In this video, we're going to teach you how to go over old worn surfaces and make them look like Baltic brown granite. This is a color recipe, and we're going to show you step by step all the tips and tricks to mimic Mother Nature and replicate natural stone. Let's get started.
Remember, when you subscribe to our channel, click on the red subscribe button and be sure to ring the bell so you get notified every time we have a new video. Thanks again.
These steps are simple. We've started with MDF, and we're going to sand that because we've applied 2 coats of paint and primer and 1 in the color black. We're going to sand that with 220 grit on our sanding disc. We'll wipe the dust and we're ready to pre-spray. We're going to use our metallic magic. We're going to add the alcohol and the metallic powders together at a ratio of half a bag of metallic to 8 ounces of alcohol. We'll shake that up. We'll spray it on the edges first and then in the center of our project. This gives us a beautiful undertone. Then we're going to add our clear Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy. Stone Coat Epoxy is heat resistant, scratch resistant. There's 0 VOCs. There's a long working time. It's eco-friendly. Contractors have tested it and customers approve. Guys, we're going to have fun. Let's keep going. This is a secret pro tip. How do you get a realistic looking undertone? I'm going to apply clear alcohol first. That will allow my colored alcohol, the magic metallic alcohol, to dissipate and disperse and not stay in just perfect circles on the base. This is a fun thing to practice with. If you haven't done this before, paint a board and play with it. It's inexpensive to test because we're not using epoxy at this point, and it makes you look like a pro. That's our coffee. Time for the copper. That's the kind of droplets I like right there. That is perfect. It's random, it's sporadic, they're nice and fat and heavy. This is gonna look just like Baltic brown. Let's let that dry. We'll mix the clear epoxy. I'm going to let this dry for about 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll come back and I'll trowel the clear. When you trowel with your 1/8 by 1/8 square notch trowel, be sure not to press really hard. We have a beautiful undertone. That alcohol wakes up that latex, that undertoned paint, and it really bites. So it's a good strategy, but it's still delicate until you apply that epoxy. Pro tips and tricks all found right now in this video. If you're getting value out of it, hit that like button and help us get higher in the queue. You got this.
Hey, what's going on everybody? Luke here with Stone Coat Countertops. Just to let you know, we have step-by-step instructions on how to do this color recipe, Baltic brown. So go there, check it out. It's in PDF form, so you can download it or you can print it. Made it pretty easy for you to help you kill this project. You got this. We'll see you there.
Our alcohol and metallic undertones are dry. It's time to apply the clear epoxy. We're going to use our 1/8 by 1/8 square notch trowel. We'll chop that surface and we'll torch the bubbles out. Then we're ready to mist with our black spray paint and fracture that with our coffee and our copper metallic mixture. This gives us realism. It gives us depth because it opens up windows down to this base, and this looks like Baltic brown. Here we go. We're going to chop the surface, then we're going to up-level this look. This looks beautiful as it is, but we're going to create that depth by the next step. Okay, we're going to prime our chop brush before we start chopping. That way we don't pull up any epoxy on our first couple of chop strokes. Be sure to overlap your edges and chop randomly. Let's do it. We're going to rub the edges with our gloved hand. This is going to give us smoother edges. By overlapping with our strokes as we chop, we push epoxy over those edges. This is the material we're going to use to spread evenly. Okay, time to torch out the bubbles. Wipe your hands clean before you grab your torch, and we're going to get this thing laying out like a sheet of glass. Then we're ready for the next step. I'm going to spray a fair amount of black. The reason I like black is because it really dissipates when that alcohol hits it, and it webs and fractures very realistic, especially mimicking Baltic brown. So I'm going to put my mask on, really fog this, and then I'm going to hit it with our alcohol metallic magic. Here we go. Okay, here goes our copper. Holy cow, I love this. Look at what that starts to do. And I'm not pulling the trigger very hard. I'm just pulling it back probably quarter pulls. And I'm leaving some spots underdone so I could hit it with the coffee now. Oh yeah. Oh, how do you beat that, guys? That looks like Baltic brown. Tomorrow we come in, we're going to sand the surface and we're going to apply one more coat. This is just going to be in clear. The same product at 3 ounces per square foot. We'll trowel it, we'll chop it, we'll torch it. It will lay out like a sheet of glass because we're not introducing any metallics or any paint. Visit us anytime at stonecoatcountertops.com to see that video on how to apply a second coat. Call anytime for free project support. And until next time from Stone Coat Countertops, you got this. We'll see you on the next video.
That link right there is gonna take you to that recipe page to tell you how to do it. It's a lot easier than running. Oh, my pants are falling. Just click the link, press it right there.